books in this campaign. We're launching this campaign for our superhero title, Tales from Neroesville. TFN is a book similar to Astro City in that there isn't one star of the series. No one hero or team is the main focus of this book. Rather, the city itself serves as the backdrop to introduce the various heroes, villains, teams, etc., allowing creators to tell a multitude of story types. In doing so, we feel this will be a great opportunity for fans' voices to be heard. They, you, will be able to tell us which characters and storylines you enjoyed and would like to see more of. Unlike the larger publishers, we still want to hear from you, the reader, and we'll take your words to heart. After all, these books are for you guys and gals. That said, let's talk about the 3 issues in this campaign. Tales from Neroesville, Issue 1, is part 1 of the 2-issue arc, Lightning Balls. In this issue, we're introduced to Lightning Dug and Airball, the lovable losers of Neroesville's superhero community. When an object of immense, unthinkable power is discovered, Lord Sinisterio, one of Neroesville's most vicious and powerful villains, plans to claim both the object and its unrivaled power for himself. A psychotic megalomaniac, Sinisterio sees this as a sign that it's time for him to claim his rightful place as the world's one true ruler. Crime Kingpin Dickie Duchamp currently holds the ancient object. Although he has no idea what he holds in his hands, he has no intentions of giving it up to Lord Sinisterio or anyone else. Are Lightning Bug and Airball up for the challenge of stopping Sinisterio? Can they convince Dickie to hand over the object for safekeeping? Can they overcome the odds and save the day? Absolutely not. But they're not going to let that stop them. Before we discuss the second issue, let's meet the heroes from issue 1. This is Douglas Anders, known to the world as Lightning Dug. LD is a truly altruistic hero. He doesn't care about fame and fortune, nor does he care what the other heroes think of him, or being one of the cool kids in the hero community. He's one of those Boy Scout types that just wants to help people because it's the right thing to do. You know the type. That annoying friend who reminds the teachers they forgot to assign homework. You can't help but like them because they're just so friggin' nice, but at the same time, you really want to slap the snot out of them once in a while. On the other hand, we have Airball. A former independent weapons contractor for the United States government, Simon Stevens has made millions in patents. Unfortunately, there was an incident years ago between Simon and high-ranking members of the U.S. military. As a result, he lost his contracts and has been blacklisted in the business. Unwilling to just sit back and retire, Airball was born, allowing Simon to continue inventing weapons to keep the common man safe. Unlike Lightning Dug, Airball absolutely cares about fame, fortune, and being a member of the superhero upper echelon. Unfortunately, like many who try too hard, success continues to evade Airball at every turn. Tales from Neroesville Issue 2 is the exciting conclusion of Lightning Balls. Lord Sinisterio is now in possession of the ancient artifact and is well on his way to omnipotence. Dickie Duchamp's soldiers are hot on Sinisterio's heels in hopes of retrieving their property. Neroesville's mightiest heroes are now also in pursuit of Dickie, Sinisterio, and the artifact, hoping to put a stop to Lord Sinisterio's nefarious plan. Unfortunately, the heroes are consistently one step behind Lightning Dug and Airball. With the fate of the world hanging in the balance, can Lightning Dug and Airball save the day? I gotta be honest, it's not looking good. Now let's take a look at the villains from this story. Dickie Duchamp is one of Neroesville's more flamboyant crime lords. A mid-level boss, Dickie is nowhere near Sinisterio's level. While he does command respect from the other criminals in Neroesville, Dickie is openly mocked behind his back by the villain community. Seems the villains in Neroesville aren't quite ready to accept the flamboyant homosexual crime kingpin. But with a small army at his disposal, Dickie isn't one to be trifled with. Lord Sinisterio, by contrast, is an old-school, no-nonsense villain. He runs his empire like a true military operation which he rules with an iron fist. Using a combination of fear and respect, he keeps his men in line and ready for war. Insubordination will not be tolerated, failure is not an option, and either one will be met with swift discipline. His army is devoted and combat-hardened, and his word is law. There are very few in Neroesville whose very name strikes fear in the hearts of those who hear it like Lord Sinisterio's. In writing this story, I wanted to harken back to those great Blue Beetle Booster Gold stories of camaraderie from the 80s. I remember how much I loved those stories back in the day, and how, even when faced with adversity and catastrophe, there was always great humor and friendship between the two. With that in mind, Lightning Balls came to fruition. I honestly had a lot of fun writing these two, and will definitely bring them back for another story. Tales from Neroesville Issue 3 is a one-issue tale of retribution titled A Day at the Beach. For decades, the Alistair Point Pier area of Neroesville was a boardwalk atmosphere of family fun and entertainment for all to enjoy. That is, until a gang of street thugs moved in and claimed the pier as their turf. With theft, property damage, assault, and now even murder on the rise, something's got to be done. The Neroesville PD have their hands full with super-villain criminal activity in the city proper, so the pier has become a bit of a non-priority. So who will step in and find a solution to this gang problem? Seems there's a new vigilante prowling the Alistair Point Pier area, and he's playing for keeps. We've all seen those tough guys and thugs who think they own the world, do whatever they want, and disrespect those around them. We've also all hoped they'd get what's coming to them. In writing this story, I made sure they did, and it's not pretty. Thank you for taking the time to check out our campaign. If you like what you've seen here, please share and help spread the word. We can't do it without your help.